seen the ads, right? They are everywhere. They're promising this like magic shield for your digital life. You get complete privacy, total security. But is that what's really happening? Is that what you're actually getting? Or is it possible that the very tool you're using to protect yourself is actually creating a whole new risk? Okay, so let's just dive right into it. We're going to take a really hard look at what virtual private networks, or VPNs, truly are, what threats they're supposed to guard against, and, whether they actually deliver on that big promise of protecting your privacy. If you ask around about VPNs, you're going to get some wildly different answers. One expert will tell you they're an absolutely essential security tool. But then another one will say they're a total scam. So which is it? Well, the truth is, they can both be right. It really all comes down to one single crucial factor that we're about to unpack. So first, let's talk about why VPNs even exist in the first place. And to do that, we have to look at the dangers that are lurking on the networks we use every single day. That free Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, or the airport, or your hotel. Think about it like this. When you send sensitive information, say a credit card number or a password, over a public network without any protection, it's pretty much like shouting that information out loud in a really crowded room. You have absolutely no idea who might be listening. And make no mistake, people are listening. Hackers can just easily eavesdrop on your connection, watching everything you do. Or even worse, they might set up what's called an evil twin attack. That's a fake Wi-Fi hotspot that looks exactly like the real one. You connect, thinking you're safe, and boom, they capture every single piece of data you send. Okay, so this is where the VPN comes in. This is the proposed solution. It's designed to create a secure, private pathway for all your data, even when you're on a very public and maybe very dangerous network. So a virtual private network, a VPN, is basically a service that creates your own private, encrypted tunnel right over the public internet. Think of it like your data is traveling inside this secure, armored tube, completely shielded from anyone trying to peek in from the outside. So how does this whole tunnel thing actually work? Well, first, your device connects to the VPN service. Then, all of your internet traffic gets encrypted, basically scrambled, so it's totally unreadable. This scrambled data travels through that secure tunnel to the VPN server. And only then does it get unscrambled and sent onto the website you actually wanted to visit. And just look at the difference this makes. I mean, normally, your internet service provider, your ISP, they see every single website you go to. But turn on a VPN, now all they see is a stream of encrypted data going to one single place, the VPN server. They have no clue what you're actually doing or where you're going online. And this right here, this is the single most important idea you need to grasp about VPNs. You see, you're not getting rid of trust. You are simply moving it. You're making a conscious choice about who gets to see your data. It's a direct transfer of trust. Because the fact is, you just can't be online without trusting someone. You're either trusting your internet provider or your boss on a work network or the software on your computer. Trust is always part of the equation. So this is what a VPN really fundamentally does. It doesn't make you invisible. It's just a tool that lets you take the trust that you automatically give to your internet provider and consciously hand it over to the VPN company instead. So think about these different models. With no VPN, all your trust is with your ISP. Simple. On a work network, you're trusting your employer. And let's be real, they care about company security, not your personal privacy. If you use a commercial VPN, you're trusting that company completely. And if you're tech savvy enough to build your own, well, then you're trusting yourself. Okay, so let's focus on the most common choice for most of us, which is that commercial third-party VPN. Since you're choosing to hand over all of your trust to one of these companies, you really need to be crystal clear on what they actually do for you, and maybe more importantly, what they don't. A good VPN does three things very, very well. One, it hides your real IP address from the websites you visit, which makes it look like you're connecting from somewhere else entirely. Two, this also effectively hides your physical location. And three, and this is critical, it encrypts your data, hiding it from anyone snooping on that local coffee shop Wi-Fi. But, and this is a big but, here's the reality check the ads won't give you. A VPN is not an anonymity cloak. The VPN provider itself can see everything you do online. It also won't stop things like tracking cookies, and it won't protect you from malware. Oh, and all that encryption, it can definitely slow down your internet speed. And that trust you've placed in them? Well, it comes with some serious risks. If a VPN is free, you're not the customer, you're the product. They are almost certainly selling your data. Even a paid, reputable provider could get hacked, exposing your info. And depending on where they're based, law enforcement could legally force them to hand over your records. So after all of this, what should our final takeaway be? We really need to reframe how we think about what a VPN is. It is not some magic shield of invisibility. A VPN isn't inherently good or bad. It's a tool. And with a provider you can actually trust, it's a fantastic layer of security. But if you pick a shady provider, you might just be handing your data directly to the bad guys. It becomes a trap. So in the end, we're left with this one idea. A VPN doesn't get rid of risk, it just changes its address. It moves trust from your ISP to the VPN provider. So the ultimate question isn't really if you should use a VPN, it's who are you willing to trust with your most sensitive data?